Hello YouTube, this is Dazza the Cameraman. Today is Sunday, March 13th, 2016. The following video is by YouTuber Reds Rhetoric. Red challenged Flat Earther Jeranism to a public debate. Jeraneurysm told Reds Rhetoric that if he could meet a particular challenge, he would debate Red. Red accepted and delivered on the challenge. But now that Red has delivered as challenged by Jeraneurysm, Jeraneurysm has now added a further condition to what he stated in the first place. Jeraneurysm needs to front up to Red like he promised he would. Here is Red Rhetoric's video. Some of the language is colourful, so I asked Red to bleep out the expletives. Enjoy.
It's amazing how there are skid marks out there who will claim to have the truth, but when it comes time to actually back their bullshit up, they will run away like a little bitch. Jism is just such a bitch, and I'm here to call him out on his bullshit once again because hey, my name is Red, that's just what I do. As some of you may remember, Jism agreed to have a debate with me if I could meet a certain challenge he made against me and Housesoy. The challenge was to replicate what we were seeing during the SpaceX deployment of the OG-2 satellites in the background. This was the mission where SpaceX landed their first stage booster. He was talking about the moon in the background because it appeared to move at random. It appeared to move in some weird arc or whatever. So Jism said, if you can replicate that in Kerbal Space Program, I will debate you.
So, the challenge read, if you are successful, you'll get what you've always wanted. Structured debate, my channel, your choice of moderator, anyone you want, even angry kumquat, I don't care. It's up to you. Just simply complete the challenge. So here's the challenge, so easy a kindergartner could do it. Use Kerbal, model this deployment sequence for me. Just make sure it has no view of the sun, no view of the earth. The camera has to be on the same spot of the deployer. No Merlin vacuum engine firings. Show the moon doing exactly what it did while the deployer orbits.
So I got in contact with Housesoy, we went ahead and did that, and we uploaded that video to YouTube.
Just like you wanted Jeraneurysm, whole camera overlooking the payloads, the first two being launched, yes, there are two, one from each side. The craft is moving. Again, notice the camera is stationary relative to the craft. Moon is moving in the background. So is the payload. Second payload. And we'll move the craft again, just like in the video. There's nothing fancy going on here. There's no sky moving. It's just the craft moving in a relative motion. And last payload. It's really not that difficult. This is the exterior view of the craft. You can see the two last payloads going off in either direction. It's just some debris. This is what the payload actually looks like, extending the solar panels. It has 3 antennas on it, an engine, a small probe core with some onboard electricity, extending the antennas, getting ready, and now we can transmit communication data. This is the second payload, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and we're back to the main craft. So I guess that Red gets his debate, right?
Well, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, there is yet another condition I need to meet in order to get Jeraneurysm to defend his bullshit, to defend what he calls the truth. Now, apparently, what is required for him to agree to debate me is for me to show my face. And I know exactly why Jism is making this a condition for debate. It's because he knows I won't do it. He is going to use that as the ultimate get out of jail free card. He is going to use that to prevent this debate from happening because he knows he is full of shit. He knows he doesn't have anything to back up his horse with. Jism, you are a f***ing coward. You know damn well that if I showed my face right now, that would change nothing. It would do nothing for my arguments. It would do nothing for your arguments. The reason is because what I look like is irrelevant. F***ing irrelevant. If I showed my face right now, would that make you all of a sudden realize that the Earth is round? Would that make you all of a sudden understand gravity and how orbits work? Would that make you finally understand exposure? No, it wouldn't. My face wouldn't do that. You know that, I know that, and the people watching this video know that. My face won't make you understand shit, and my face won't prove shit. The only reason you're making what I look like a condition is so that you can use that as a pathetic excuse to not back up what you call the truth. Well, dude, I'm not playing along. We both know that was not part of your original agreement, and that it's your original agreement that you need to honor, Jism. And being that I have met your last condition, here are mine from the moderator I have chosen himself, Sean Hufford.
Hello, Jeraneurysm. 2 months ago, you set a challenge for Reds Rhetoric in Kerbal Space Program. You claimed that if you met the challenge, you would go into a structured and moderated debate. He indeed met your challenge. As most of his viewers are aware, and I'm reminding you, Red has picked me to moderate the debate between yourself and him. I will host the debate on my channel, so neither of you will have control of muting, adjusting the volumes, interrupting, or steamrolling over your opponent. It's no secret what my opinion of you is, but in a debate format, I am very professional, and regardless of what I think of you, you would be treated with respect and given the same opportunity and treatment as Red in the debate format to present your case. Both yourself and Red will have full rights to mirror the debate on your own channels. The offered structure, which Red has already agreed to, is as follows. The debate will be divided into 6 sections. Presentation, rebuttal, open conversation, a break, questions from the audience, and closing arguments. In the first 2 phases, there will be 1 speaker at a time. There will be no interrupting by the opponent. I will only interject if there is roughly 2 minutes left on your time, or if someone tries to go outside of the structure. Just to be clear, if Red tries to go outside the agreed upon structure, I will jump on him as quickly as you think as I would jump on you. This is a fair and equal platform for the both of you. To make sure that you understand what the structure is, I'll go over each phase individually. The first phase is supporting proofs. Each one of you will be given 20 minutes to present evidence for the model you support. What this means is, during this phase, no bringing up the opposed model. For example, this doesn't work on that model, or this isn't possible on that model, or they are just lying. During this phase, each person will be placed into presentation mode to present any graphic demonstrations they need to bring forth. The second phase is the rebuttal phase. This phase is also 1 person at a time, no interruptions except to remind at 2 minutes that you have left on your time, or again if someone goes outside the structure. In this phase, each person will be given 15 minutes. Each one of you will talk about your opponent's proofs they brought forth in the first phase and tries to counter them. After you've both had your chance, we'll go on to the third section, which is a 25-minute open conversation between both of you. I will not get involved in this section unless things start to get too heated, but I will still interrupt at the 2-minute mark. The fourth phase will be a 10-minute break in order to let you both collect your thoughts and let me gather questions from the audience for both of you in the 5th phase. The 5th phase is, of course, questions from the audience. This will last between 10 and 15 minutes, and I will try to grab questions for both you and Red and go back and forth between each of you. The only stipulations for this phase are, 1. If it is asked, it must be answered and not with another question. And 2. If someone is not the target of the question, do not interrupt the answer. We'll then move on to the 6th phase, closing arguments. This phase will again be 1 person at a time. Each one of you will have 5 minutes of open time. You can say anything you want to close out your argument, no holds barred. Normally in a debate, the turn order would be decided by the drawing of straws. But in this debate, Red has given you the choice on who goes first. If you decide you want to go first, you will go first in each of the turn-based phases. If you want Red to go first, he will go first on each of those same phases. Jeranism, It is time to own up to your initial challenges being met and keeping your word. If you really want people to take you seriously as someone who is telling the truth, stop hiding behind updated conditions after your initial ones are met. In closing, I hope you're willing to finally put this beast to bed and contact either myself or Red to get this going and set up a date and time for a structured debate.